Good morning, queer stars. Look at this light today. Welcome to your tarot readings. This is a Crow Hour report with the Golden Girls Tarot. I am your witch on the job, Otis Elevator, Ashtabula Bell. I will read some cards at the well today on the coast of the Salish Sea. This morning, breathing with the land. This land of the Coast Salish people, the Kwungan speaking people, the Squamish, Songhees, Sanic, Sayal, Sartlip, First Nations. Breathing with the land where you are. Just breathe a prayer of love with the land. It always breathes one with you. It goes right into your heart. Reminds you. So be reminded, you always breathe with the land and know the name of the indigenous folks and know what breathes with that land. Language always comes from the land. So say the words, know where you are, know who you are. Breathe with your ancestors you bring from that land where you came, and your ancestors breathed with the land for thousands of years. They still come with you, the invisible, in the ancestors' place, I hear. So they're all mingling. So let's breathe with it all, hey? Anyways, at the well, check out this beautiful light today. It's something else, I tell you. It's an April Fool, and we know with the tarot, we love the Fool. This is the journey of the Fool on the path of the heart, path of magical purpose, healing, liberation. The only thing to fear is our expectation and reaction. The only thing to fear is just ourselves. That's all we'll find in there. So come with the waters. Let's go find what we find. Let's do a reading today. Just a general reading for a Monday. Let's see what the cards bring from the Golden Girls here. Seven of Cups. Let's just get a little bit of a story going. What do we got going? Six of Wands. And Eight of Swords and Two of Cups. I'd say that we've got a little story going for sure. That is the story. I mean, what has been trapping you? What has been making you feel confused in that trap emotionally? While you're in, what it does is stir up this memories of when you did feel good. You're like, well, when did I did feel good? Do I even remember anymore? I don't know if this feels good or that feels good or what should feel good anymore. So you try to remember from that trapped mental place, while you're in that cage. Like, look at her. She's in prison, just trying to remember the good days, right? But it's just in the mind because it's swords. It's just that, you know, she's like definitely trying to remember like this. She's trying to summon, what happened because she's in a trap. It is very confusing in there. And, just to manifest that way, right? Because obviously, what else can you do? The eight wants to gestate. The eight wants to manifest. It wants to be that strength of the minor arcana, of the air, of the idea that will take you home to your victory, right? The Six of Wands is victory. You want to feel like that again. So you're kind of remembering when you did. You're kind of imagining, well, what would make me do that now? And then what it pops out is Two of Cups. It's that. It's like that feeling of being really well matched with somebody and being just like, oh my god, and it awakens all this energy. Yeah. That's upon us. I mean, we're in this middle of the heart of this eclipse portal. Um, and what I mean is that pairs come in eclipses, and there's a full lunar eclipse on March 25th, and there's a full solar eclipse on April 8th, and so we're in the middle of it in this portal. It's a shifty portal. It's kind of like when your computer shuts down and reboots and updates, and we're in that weird process. I feel, with the Aries North Node, with Mercury on it that just went retrograde. That's why we're all in a prison reflecting inward about like our happiness and belonging. And it's with the lovers. And it's with like who am I inside? Who does that attract me to? And how does that go now? We might have had amazing experiences of it at a job, with friends, with a pet, with an experience of a place, with a certain of course, with a certain partner, right? Because the Two of Cups is about a healing relationship. It's usually in the card. It's just like, oh, we're in love, and it's just whatever that is, right? And it just fits, it matches, and it brings out the best, and it's healing because it does. It just releases the bees to the garden, right? Okay, so emotionally, we're all thinking about that. That's true because we're trying to deal with the Aries Libra axis right now. That is the guide of our collective evolution. And Aries North Node is that dragon. It wants something that really fits itself. It's so perfect and made for me. It wants that ruby slipper on Cinderella's foot, you know? And Prince Charming wants it so bad too. He's like, where is my bride with that slipper? They are just like in their prison thinking about the days they came close and just dreaming of it today. That's really driving us kind of crazy right now. And it's trapped. And guess what? Mercury went retrograde in Aries, so we're all just like feeling blocked, I think, and reflecting hard. Trying to really change so it's in the updates, you know, this information, then our life's gonna timeline jump or something. A lot of people are gonna update for real when they come out of this and this computer's back on. It's gonna be like, woo, in like a week, in April 2024. So, Empress showed up. Yeah, for sure. It's like, make space for this. Like I said, the garden. The Empress is all of the queens. What makes you feel like that? Love. Really, really well matched love that matches you. And all your queens are like, oh. What does that even feel like? Who, what, when, where, how is that, eh? That's a question on the heart today. Wheel of Fortune. There's also, when aligned with this and anything that you need to just do to align with that, there's a real fortune in this. That's what I see. The real fortune's love. The real fortune is the love that fits you. Brings you alive. Lights you up. Oh my god. This is the magic we're here to do, you guys. So we should embrace, maybe change, and so make space for this. Ace of Swords. Good idea. The Golden Girls are funny. I'm just getting this message that the best thing for this trap and for the mind is to just fall in love, make you feel like an empress, and that's a really good, brings all the new ideas. Oh, even fortune. And the Chariot, this came about yesterday. It means that you're in your own agency with your manifestation and creator power with Divine Feminine. Yes, mother. Yes, mommy. This is a really good reading. Really strong major arcana cards from the Empress to the Wheel of Fortune to the Chariot. I'm loving these cards. I really feel the fortune of true love in that message. Of like, it does make you most fortunate, most wealthy. High Priestess is underneath. This is the Ace of Swords epiphany we need. Man, cards are loud on this point today. Huh. Alright, let's get some more information about this. What do we need to support this beautiful abundance and true love emerging? 7 of Wands. Just really trust, have the courage to be courageous. Your heart is the champion. Your heart is the one, okay? The victorious one, okay? So just go dress up for the party and show up and make that party come alive, because it's only you that can. You're the courageous one. You just have to go fun, hey? Look at that. You gotta show up and be ready to do that one. That's the only thing with that card. I mean, just really, it is about yourself, like authentic strength that does make that kind of victor. 9 of Wands, that's right. You are trusting in your fire. You're trusting in just how you do it and how your life prepared you to do it. And all of your survivor knowledge suggested is this perfect fire that you are, this perfect spiritual expression of the creator. 9 of Wands, have faith. That's the card of faith. Have faith in yourself. You know, let's get some background. Let's see if there's anything going on that we need to just face. Page of Swords. The Death underneath. King of Wands. Maybe there's some old ways of thinking from youth. Maybe even around patriarchal influence that influence this situation. Or maybe you need to step into your idea of that now as a response, right? Because all these young feelings of the mind, what do I want to do? Or maybe the situation makes you feel like, I don't even know anymore, right? Kind of youthful in the mind, and there's this big daddy energy that's like, what are you going to do? And if this inner court is going on in you, the magician comes out to just be like, I'm bigger than all of that. Look at, oh my god, I love her, Sophia. She is a magician, right? So she just reminds you of the major arcana there in that moment of that, like, I just feel like I don't know what to do, and it making me feel young and just like kind of lost and confused, but excited, and then like really a sense of like King of Wands, like it wants this big thing. And maybe that's what's coming. Maybe that's coming into your life. Maybe it's coming in as another expression of yourself or your partner that's either here or on their way. Or if it's not a partner, something else. Maybe a job that makes you bring into your authority. We all need things that align us with that, and the world needs us too. And the magician knows that. You know, Sophia's there, the magician, just being like, we do need you to be really feeling like a king in your fire. That's the point. And we got Aries North Node right now. And like I said, we're reflecting on all those inner champion fires. You know, what does it even mean to have my fire feel like a victor? What does it mean to, like, who's that guy that feels that, like, just like a champion and a king of wands? We want to be king. How do we get there? Page of wands, you kind of had to think about a beginner's mind about it before you get there to the royalty and the big daddy certainty, hey? And the star. So that's the visionary energy, and it's working with this magician to alchemize something here. It's about fire. It's about air and fire, and I do see the masculine energies in that upon us, and the Aries North Node's really bringing us into question of like, what do we need to do to change, fix, heal, fire, and the masculine, and it's not just masculine. Well, we say fire and water are a pair. We say masculine and feminine are a pair. We say they are that, a line of fire and water. But everything has the other inside. Just so you know, if you're male passing, you have the other just as much inside. If you're female passing, you have the other just as much inside. It's about visible and invisible, and that's on mental, emotional, spiritual levels, and physical levels. So we we're reckoning with a visionary thing with the fire part of the forge, okay? I came to read it the well with the fire. This is Bridget's work. Bridget is my deity from the Celtic world I primarily work with. And it's about bridging all of the dualities and the fours, like the solstices and equinoxes, and different phases of half a full moon and new moon, and that beautiful medicine wheel that these polarities make as a crossroads first, but then the 10,000 things they make on that wheel. So the diversity that we're coming into with air and fire, and who we, not even with gender, but just with what we do with fire, which is how we direct in the world, right? How we direct our desire. It's a huge thing to work with our fire. What if we all felt like the King of Fire, King of Wands? What if this world was like that? I want that because, well, Page of Cups. I mean, it's a naive idea, but I do. It's like, because the king gets what he wants. He makes the world, he steps in with the biggest power. He can do what he wants. Like, if we all did that. Page of Pentacles. We would make up all kinds of cool. Why not? Why not feel that powerful? Knight of Wands. Yeah, I'm getting that message as I speak about it, that like what I'm talking about is real. Like, I think that the con upon us is to step into a different strength, like more than like a visionary kind of strength in love, like stuff we hadn't even thought of before. Maybe you thought of it or felt it as a youth, because a lot of youthful cards are coming in here to make us king. You know, we should feel like a king. Temperance, we should definitely know how to balance it and hold it because it's real big. You know, as we do that, there's this alchemy. The magician's here, the temperance is here to bring the water and fire together just right so that it can be this new religion and actually serve all the worlds like it does need to. And like just like it does. So, the pentacles, the 10 of them, and the tree of life. Oh, I think we're making a new religion, you guys. I like it. It's sexy. It seems sexy. It seems based on fire, and the fire that makes you feel sexy and like a champion and like your favorite, you know. And so let's build our wealth around that. That does seem like a great message today from the well. That it's worth having these useful ideas and fighting for. There's so much energy of knights, 7 of Wands, the Ace of Wands, this breakthrough of energy coming through, fighting for it. The magician alchemizing it, making all these pages of knights into King of Wands. and the chariot, from this trapped place of the mind. Remember, we were just having this fantasy from prison. And it's Passover right now, Let's get out of slavery, Moses. Carry us through, part the waters. We're coming out of slavery. So, what world can you imagine for yourself? Man, looks like you can imagine a whole bunch of things. First off, your inner champ. First off, it's so emotionally confusing. This is where we started. It's like, how do you get there again? Well, you go on this whole journey. You're like, well, true love gets me there. You know, that's my real abundant wealth with the garden that gets me there. Being with all the elements as a queen, whether that's just feasting, getting their royal garb on, going out to all these royal places. This is how I do the Empress. I go to the garden all the time like I'm a queen. I spend hours in it like I'm royalty or something in my oceanfront property. That's what I do. Yeah, but we got a lot of Page of Knights energy, Page of Wands, Page of Cups. See the fish leaping out? That is me. See me and Betty? We're out here on the shoreline watching the miracles. Yeah, you gotta do that. I do. I've had a lot of my miracles come through true love. So of course I do. Yeah. Good messages here from the well. I hope it helps. Chariot, hold up. That's the water and fire again. And temperance. Because as we are transmuting this great power of these are two major arcanas, all these beautiful messages about balancing water and fire, balancing water and fire. And so it can be this beautiful Ten of Pentacles. There's a new wealth. Wheel of Fortune's here. There's a lot of gifts coming through to remind us of our courage and our strength. We just have to be the courage, really receive the gifts. That's pretty much it. Just like the breath breathes into us, fire, and the active parts that want to manifest and do things. They want to win, they want to change, they want to come up and make it. They mostly just receiving that truth and receiving that energy. Just like in true love, both people just are like bees and honey, receiving, 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 So you're doing it, but but no, it just flows through you, that fire. So try to manifest this garden like that, eh? It really doesn't need to be a worrisome thing. It's just your life is aligning you with true love and fortune. So embracing the energies that are of calling, like the Page and the Knights, and of leadership that want and healthy fire, which is definitely in the cards today, and it's making the tree of life again. This is definitely guided by the balance of the magician, temperance, and the chariot, which are balancing and optimizing water and fire. And they're making from the well. See, I come to read with Bridget, so maybe that's the influence. She's always like, balance the water and fire. Make the forge so that true love can blossom through the heart in that center of the crossroads and be that garden and that tree of life. This is the new religion. Make sure you just are that temperance so that you can live with this new way, because it is the way. It's the way that would be made if true love were arrived and it just made us feel like kings. Oh, fire. All of us. Yeah, I'd like that world. I'd like to build that world. Yes, please. 4 of Wands. Yep, it looks like that. We're all doing this. That's our real wealth, you guys. This is the new religion. All right, get into it. Get over it and get into it. This is the new way, okay? We're not mad about it. It's really good reading today. What the heck? Man, the love fairies took over the tarot. We're not mad about it. It's a Monday. It's a moon day. We'll take it. Anyways, well received. Nine of Cups underneath too. Wish come true, true love. I'm gonna sing a seal song. That's what's coming to me. The seals, they are like swimming in the ocean. They're such lovers. So in love. Right with the water. Nothing separate. Oh, oh, oh.